Yeah. 501, H-State, stand up. It's your man, Big Bubba. Come on, one time. To all my H-State riders that done paid that price. Real hogging at night. Is you about that life? It's the hog life, baby. What you know about that? We down like spinal cord strapped in the Fleetwood Lac. West side of the 216 to be exact. Number one podcast in the H-State fact. It's the hog life, baby. Is you about that life? It's the hog life, baby. Is you about that life?
It is the HawgLife, baby. I done did all that countdown and the thing ain't going by, but that's okay because there's always a ram in the bush.
That's right.
I am the head hog himself, the shocking one, Big Rob the Shocker. And you all know this guy over here sitting to my left. And I'm not talking about this guy. I'm talking about this guy first. Then I'm talking about this guy. Then we're going to talk about this girl, and then we're going to introduce everybody to you. So this guy over to my far left, he is...
Willie-O, the genius.
Talk to him, baby. How you doing?
I'm doing good today, baby. You know it's always a pleasure. Hey, this old guy said one time named Bishop Magic Don once said, it's always a treat when players meet.
Yeah. You pulled that old nugget out there. You pulled that nugget.
Using that in the news.
He's feeling right there.
Always a treat when the players meet.
Hey, you know you did something when the legend right down something.
Yeah.
Let's go on that, baby. Let's go, baby girl. You get it too. We're going to throw the ball over this way. Y'all see this pretty thing in red. She goes by...
Sweet, sassy, baby sis.
She came with it this time, y'all. Yeah.
She brought that energy today.
She brought it, baby. How you doing, mama?
I am great.
It's great.
Are you a mama?
I'm a mama.
Really?
4 times.
No.
Yes.
Man.
37.
Yeah, Willie-O's the oldest, Big Rob the second oldest, William's the baby, and J. Rob that's not here. We're 4 children. We are our 4 children. She feeds us well.
Yeah.
4.
4. Yeah, 4 of them. Yep.
Doing this show will really make you look a lot younger, I'll tell you. Take away a lot of stretch marks.
Boy. And y'all know who we got today, man. We got the legendary Arkansas's voice himself, Craig O'Neal.
Hello, everyone. I need to have a voice. I need to be soulful like you all. You all
Well, you
are
got
almost,
it, though.
I ain't got it. I got to have it. I got to bring it. Although I will tell you, I'm going to steal that because I can see me ending the news every night on Channel 11.
You should do that.
That's our news tonight. Remember, it's always a treat when the players meet.
There you go. There you go. Sign Willie-O, the genius.
Yeah,
The genius one, man. Man, how you guys been doing? You doing good, Craig?
I'm doing fabulous, and thanks for the cheat sheet.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That way I can come up to date on these people. Although I didn't know you were a mama of 4. Man.
Man, we got a groovy show, man. We got the family in today, man. We're glad to be here. We are Facebook Live. Let's talk to them. Wheel West Studios. They make you beautiful when you know you're not. That's their job.
I'll write that one down.
Man, that's another one.
I didn't come here to be on. I just came here to steal.
There's another one. Write it down.
Beautiful
Wheel West
when you know you're
Studios.
not. Man.
He make you beautiful when you know you're not.
Oh,
There it is, man. Craig O'Neal wants to smoke. He wants all of it. He wants it, don't he, Willie-O?
He wants all the smoke. That means that you want whatever we're going to bring to you, not the literal smoke.
Not the literal.
Yeah, you see that look on the face, hey, you wasn't supposed to tell anybody.
I'm going to have to step out. I'm going to need a translator.
There you go. There you go.
Y'all have to put subtitles down there. This is what we mean for you, Craig. 68-year-old white man.
But he's here in the hog pen. He's here at Sanders Library. But before we carry on, we cannot start this show because I know my man Willie-O, the genius, is itching over there. And he has a very important question to ask you. Do you want to ask me first?
I'm going to ask you first.
Ask me first.
Because we always got to set the stage.
You got to set it up for him.
You ready for it, man?
I'm ready for it. Let's get it down.
Are you about that life?
I'm about that life.
Are you about
Come
that
on.
life?
I'm about that life.
Well, it's the hog
Yeah,
life, baby.
it's the hog life, baby.
Well, it's the hog life, baby.
It's the hog life, baby.
Hey, they don't need to ask him, I already see it, but I'm
Yeah,
going to
I
ask
see
him
him.
anyway.
Ask him anyway.
Craig O'Neal,
Yes, sir.
Are you about that life?
I'm about that life.
Are you about that
I'm
life?
about that life.
It's the HawgLife, baby.
It's the HawgLife, baby.
It's the HawgLife, baby.
It's the HawgLife, baby. I'm
Let's
caught
start
up in
the
it
show.
now. I'm gonna move to Brinkley.
Let's start the show. Y'all see me rocking my Loveology. Well, you will because I got the thing in front of me. But we represent everybody today.
Loveology podcast.
Loveology podcast, man.
man.
We promote just not us, but everybody doing something positive.
That's
man.
right.
There you go.
That's right.
So, Foxy Brown.
Let's get right into it.
You remember Foxy Brown?
Afro.
The Foxy Brown, the
Not
rapper.
Not the rapper.
The
not-
rapper.
Oh, Foxy
not
Brown.
Pam
Yes,
Grier, the
yes.
rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Foxy done took a turn for the worse.
Oh.
We discovered she's permanent. She's deaf now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, she is.
She is deaf.
Yeah.
Foxy Brown was a rapper back in the 90s. Female
Huh.
rapper. Very influential.
Vaguely remember the name.
Yeah, very
And,
influential.
You know, in that time, you had the biggest two names as far as women rappers. It was Lil Kim
Lil
and
Kim,
Foxy Brown.
Foxy,
Right.
yeah.
And as far as the South, you know, we had Mia X.
We had the Brat. We had the Brat. Yeah,
but she's
the
from
Brat.
Chicago.
She's from Chicago,
But
yeah.
We had
yeah.
the Brat. We had Mia X. Yeah.
And Brat got Arkansas ties.
Yes, she
Yes.
does.
She has Arkansas
So
ties.
you had them big names. Those were the biggest two names you heard back in the day.
Right.
Was Lil Kim and Foxy.
Right.
Well, what happened to Foxy Brown?
Foxy had a concert that she did, and she's deaf, and it's hard for a deaf person to interpret the sound. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if she's totally deaf or is she moderately deaf, but the fans booed her miserably.
Oh, man.
They
Buddha,
did.
Buddha so bad that she walked off.
She
the
walked
stage.
off the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, and you know, my thing with that whole situation is Foxy is at that point, you got to get a handler. You got to get someone that's showing you,
Right.
Yeah.
okay, I know the Milli Vanilli love back in the day, but my thing would have been lip sync your songs. You know them. I mean, you wrote them. Come on, lip
Yeah,
sync
she
them.
could listen,
Yes.
but she still couldn't.
Still
hear.
couldn't hear it.
couldn't hear,
That
right.
sound
So-
really.
Well, did the audience know that
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
knew it.
And
They
they
knew
still
it.
booed?
No mercy,
No
Craig.
mercy.
So, let's look at it. She went deaf. She was on Def Jam. She did the show. They booed her off stage.
Oh.
What's next?
She can sign with Death Row.
No.
The comedy stylings of Big Rob.
You got room in here for a drummer. In fact, you got a drummer.
The
back
comedy
in the
style
studio
of Big
audience.
Rob, the shocker. Well, I don't know what's next for Foxy. I mean, I love her to
Man,
pieces. I love her. She's
Surround yourself with better people.
yeah.
That's gonna really
Yeah.
take
Gonna
care
really
of you.
take care of you.
I
Yeah.
also think that she should just make guest appearances.
Right.
Only and focus on selling her music.
Right.
And that's it.
And they still, I mean, they still making money off the music they did in the '90s.
Yes.
And that's what all this
There you
was.
go.
They still can do shows and get $20,000-$30,000 a show.
Can you rap with sign language? Think about it.
You could. It'd be hard. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That
you
can
be
be a new
really going at
business
it.
event.
Yeah.
That could be a new
Yeah.
avenue. to
New
venture
avenue.
into.
I mean, sign language rap.
Think about it.
Yes.
Huh.
I couldn't get a finger in edgewise. I know I'd be lost. I couldn't get a finger in edgewise. I'd be lost. Now, if Bone Thugs and Harmony use that motto for sign language and Twister, I'm through. I'm done.
Too fast.
Too fast for me.
Too fast.
Too fast, man. We love you, Foxy. We
You
want
look like
you
you
to.
like yourself.
Yeah. Maybe I didn't throw too many signs up.
So
there.
I would assume that the general consensus of the group with us today, we're pulling for Fox.
We are. We're pulling
Okay.
for it. We love her. We
Yeah.
want her to.
Yes.
We want her to. We want to get some help. Number one.
Okay.
She's made too much good music just for it to go to waste.
Yes.
There you go.
Get some help. I mean, hearing aids, whatever.
Got 'em.
Yeah. Me and Willie O just had a discussion. I don't know if I'm too stubborn to go get glasses or I don't want to go get glasses. I don't know which one it is, but I know I need them. I need glasses, but I'm still young and at heart. I'm still young.
I got my hearing aids.
Really?
I'm miracle. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Miracle Ear.
My
Yes,
dad
sir.
was. My dad don't use.
Well,
Mercury.
30 years of being a DJ before I went into
yeah,
television,
yeah.
had those, and
Yeah.
I'd hear Hall and Oates and Crank It Up, or somebody I really liked and Crank It Up.
See, you going ahead.
Shalimar, I love Shalimar.
Oh, you moving ahead because my question was gonna ask.
The
that-
sheets.
Go ahead, hit it.
And every one of their songs moved. It moved. I mean, it moved you.
Was you a Bee Gees
There
fan?
was no, because I had a too deep a voice. And
You
the
wanna
Bee
be-
Gees are up here like
Yeah, they
this.
tenors. They all tenors. They all
Yeah,
tenors.
they all falsetto.
But I
I'm-
can always
I'm-
picture you with a curly fro
No.
dancing to Staying Alive.
No, well, I kind of walk, the John Travolta walks. I tried to emulate that, but, that's about as close as I've gotten.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, I went deaf, had those headphones and cranked that up, and the next thing you know, you're older, you've got it in your family history, and now I'm famous around Channel 11's newsroom going, could you say that again? So, that's all I'm known for.
I had a teacher, and that was my second grade teacher, Miss Stokes from Holly Grove, Arkansas, and she would always tell us about her son playing that loud music, that he was going to go deaf one day. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And my wife, we've been married almost 50 years. My wife said, you better turn that down. You're going to go deaf in the day. Boom! She's right again.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow. Wow, man.
So no wonder you've been married to her a while.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
She does all the talking.
Yes.
I've already suggested her as your next guest because y'all ain't going to be saying nothing.
Nothing.
None of this stuff,
What she
none
brought
of
her
it.
today, man? What she brought her today?
If I brought her today, I'd be sitting there going, you're right, baby. You're right, baby. You got that right, baby.
Damn, man.
I do. I did. And I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Man, we already having a blast over here. Man, Arkansas, we underwater.
Oh,
We underwater, man. Again, yeah. And the scary part is it's supposed to rain next week.
yeah.
Lengthy weekend.
And where's the water going to go?
Right.
Where's it going to go?
I have no clue.
And see, y'all from Brinkley, Brinkley's not on the river, but you're down in that area where the water's going to try and get into the Mississippi. The Mississippi's flooded. So water's going to start flowing backwards.
Yep.
So
It's going to be a mess. And we saw this morning where they got the gators now down there in Darnell eating stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh,
gators
wow.
eating stuff, yeah. The gators down there just floating around, just eating everything.
It's Gators in Clarendon.
Yeah, I was just going to say Bisco and Clarendon, yeah.
Yeah.
Gators down there now. So, yeah.
Was the White River going to? I would assume the White River's going to have to back
It's gonna
up.
have to back up. Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of reptiles down here. Snakes is already done took over. I mean, just all. I saw the water in the wetlands by the Clinton Library. It's on the wetlands now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
man.
And one of Bill Clinton's top contributors was Bill Clark, who was he did all the construction for all the Dillards worldwide.
Wow.
He was very wealthy, gave a lot to the Clinton campaigns, and he died several years ago, but they commemorated him by naming that little wetland area by the Clinton Library after him. And there's a statue of him with his dog out there in the middle of that. It is completely submerged. You have no idea there's a statue there.
Wow.
Another reason you don't take your motorboat.
What's that on 430? The river over there, they had the little island with the flag.
That's
Yes,
gone.
You
that's
can't see none of that no more. Oh, that's gone.
Yeah.
Wow, man. I did contact Clint Tucker last night. Shout out Clint Tucker. I checked on him. He said they fine.
Yeah.
Everybody's good down there from Darnell. They're good. We're going to continue to send our prayers up. And, oh, Lord, we got another week of rain on the way. So
Well, and this show kind of fits right in, though, with what we're seeing. What you all do is what we're seeing on the river, that people who are strangers, who have never seen each other, these people show up at their homes and start packing sandbags, and
sandbags,
help them
yeah,
pack the bags around the home. And one elderly couple, as early as last week, saw these people from Lonoke County just show up in a big truck with sand and sandbags and start packing around, and they got emotional. And I see these stories we have parade across Channel 11. I too get emotional because here are strangers pitching in with one another, never seen one another, giving, expecting nothing.
it's
Nothing.
it's what this HawgLife is already
Exactly.
built upon. When we decided to sit down some 7 years ago and talk, our motto is there's no gonna be no strangers in heaven.
There you go.
Everybody when you get in heaven, you're gonna know somebody.
Yes, sir.
Everybody. So why not practice it here on earth? So been reaching out, been calling and everything, calling people and just giving a lot of love to them. Clem Tucker and the Tucker family, we're praying for you guys. We love y'all so much. Please stay safe. If you need anything, the Hogg brothers and baby sis, we all are just a phone call away. So give us a call and please be safe. So baby sis Hogg, it's your time. It's time, baby.
It's my time.
You've been working effortlessly, and we are so proud of you and the thing that you're trying to get going. So one last time for the cataract, baby. Won't you tell them what we got coming on June 8th?
June the 8th in Brinkley, Arkansas. It is going down at the Convention Center, the Freelance Entrepreneur Plug Economic Empowerment. So we're bringing vendors in, we're bringing guest speakers in to motivate you guys, whether you have started your business or you just needing to expand your business, or if you just need to be empowered. Because sometimes we're in the slumps and we need that extra boost and that extra positive energy. It carries you a long way. So you need that environment. So we're going to set the tone, the speakers, the vendors, everybody who is meant to be in that room that day will be there. So I'm going to tell you guys how to get the tickets. Go to the Freelance Entrepreneur Plug on Eventbrite. Key in Brinkley, Arkansas to get your tickets. They're $15 now. They will be $20 the day of the event.
Go and jump on them. The Hogs done got their tickets.
Yes.
We can't wait. It's going to be a beautiful extravaganza. We're so proud of you, kiddo. You've been working hard with this. And I think my mic just went out.
And on behalf of her,
Uh-oh. You need an entrepreneur to fix that mic.
I do. I need an entrepreneur. Now what Big Rob did, he cut the computer off.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Wow, that's normally what I do. That sounds like something I do.
Yeah.
I lead Channel 11 in bloopers. So,
I lead us in bloopers.
wait,
Yes.
baby.
Because he's the proficient one. He's the one that's on top and everything. He don't even use the script. I do.
Well,
He's that good.
if your nickname is the what? The genius?
No, he's the genius.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
If your
right.
nickname's a genius.
He's the genius. That's it.
There you go.
well, you know how I got that nickname, right?
No, I don't. I haven't seen the movie.
It's a short story. It's coming soon. But
Okay.
I,
Starring Denzel Washington as the genius.
that's right. I was co-starring Forrest Whitaker.
You did not co-star. You better leave my uncle alone. Leave my uncle alone.
Denzel
And
Forrest.
yeah.
Start calling me the genius.
Halle Berry, right here.
Right
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
Halle Berry.
I'm Forrest. I'm
The
Forrest.
last king of Scotland.
I'm Forrest. Forrest Whitaker's the only one I know that drinks NyQuil on this side and DayQuil on this side. He's the only one I know. Forrest Whitaker is asleep and woke at the same time. He's up and he's woke at the same time. He is. You can't joke for him about sleepwalking. Like, Forrest, are you sleepwalking? Huh? I don't want nothing for it. Yeah. So, Freelance Entrepreneur Plug, June 8th. Don't meet us there. Beat us there. Come hang with the Hogs, man.
Yeah.
We'll be there. Take a picture with us, man.
Yeah.
We can do the electric slide. Whatever y'all want to do, we can do
tell
it.
them we was giving 2 tickets away?
We give 2 tickets away between now and between the June 8th. 2 tickets and a HawgLife free t-shirt.
Yes.
And if you want that, we can put a picture of Willie O the Genius and Big Rob in medium shirts on a mug, and you can drink with us in the morning. We want y'all at this event. We want y'all there. This young lady put a lot of work into it, and we love her. We love the ground she walks on, man. She's our
Thank
family.
you.
She really is.
Shout
She is.
out to Marcus Tucker.
Marcus better start getting to these shows if you want us to keep shouting him out. He better start
Yes.
getting here.
Is
man.
there a Marcus Tucker? Because nobody's ever seen him.
Well, I'll tell you. He's the angry
He's
hog.
like the gooch on different
Oh, I got
strokes.
you. Okay.
Yeah. Marcus is the angry hog, and we love him. Shout out Marcus Tucker.
You just never see
Really
him.
never see him.
Just never see him.
Walk in and go, last time you have that bald-headed, big-lip, big-booty fool on.
No, it's not, y'all. We bringing him back, man.
Yes.
Well, it's time for this. Did you say bald-headed, big lip, big
Big
booty
booty
fool?
fool, yeah.
It's time to get down with Craig O'Neal.
Uh-oh.
And Willie-O, I'm going to let Willie-O start it off. What I say, Willie-O? How you going to do it? Hit it.
And now the weak part of the show.
No. Oh, no.
No.
Let's go, Willie-O.
And now, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the part of the show that you've all been waiting for. Here he is live now. Live from THV 11, yours truly, Craig O'Neal.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be here. Great to be seen. Great to be doing something with my new friends, who I promise I'll never hit up for money, even though we are family.
Which means he'll definitely hit us up for money.
Yeah, hit us up for money. We're going to hit us up for some
No,
money.
but I am
man.
stealing the lines. And the Forrest Whitaker bit, he's the only man awake and asleep at the same time.
He's awake and asleep.
Y'all are giving me more than
I'm
I
telling
ever
you,
bargained
Forrest,
for.
I promise you, I could not drive, and I couldn't go nowhere and let Forrest drive. I wouldn't know which side he'd be on. Would that be the wake side or the
You'd be safe with him in a NASCAR race.
Yeah, he in the NASCAR race. Wouldn't know which side Forrest is. He's a profound actor. He's been around for years.
He really is, man.
But he needs to get that right and left eye fixed.
Sometimes it switch.
It does. I mean, he'll be like this here at one point, and then all of a sudden, it just goes both ways. Man. You know who could get Forrest Whitaker if he was here? J-Rob the Bully.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, J-Rob will get Forrest. I mean, he was here. Shout out Joel Robinson, that's the other hog, J-Rob the Bully hog, man. He's been working nonstop. He's actually been working 7 days a week.
Oh, man.
You know, they got a lot of things pulled back at the factory. So, and he's a supervisor, manager. So he's been working like 7 days a week. Like, and you know, Joel, anybody knows Joel, if he could be here, he would, but he needs to be resting, getting his body ready. But we're going to hold it down for him today because we're not going to let Forrest Whitaker in the party. I'm telling you. Nope.
He's not gonna be a
Forrest
party.
Whitaker, if somebody said to the windows, to the wall, he will look at both of them.
At the same time.
The windows and the wall. He will look at both of them. You know what I'm saying? So
Bouncing off.
bouncing off, man. Man, how you doing, Craig, man?
I'm better than I've ever been right now.
Yeah,
This is the place to be right here, right now.
That's
I am
it.
so glad y'all are watching and listening because this is the place to be. There ain't no better place on the face of the earth than right here, right now on this podcast.
That's the HawgLife, baby. Yes, sir. That's
what
it.
I'm saying.
That's it.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
Say hallelujah.
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 You know we got a character known. We'll get into that later on. I was finna go right into Billy Blue Shoe Watson when he said that. So we gonna get into that a little later on. So, but we so glad to have you here, man. We're gonna talk about a lot of things that you involved in. So they'll know. And we're gonna get the word out and everything, try to get this thing going. Yeah. Man, look how good God has been to the Hogs. Yes. First, Tom Brandon.
There it is.
Now Craig O'Neal.
There it is.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
And Tom said, y'all get Craig on there, y'all gonna have a good time.
Y'all gonna have a good time. He sure said that. He said when Craig comes, y'all ain't gonna be able to say nothing. Y'all gonna have fun. So.
Yes.
Have y'all got time for a real quick story?
Go ahead.
Or are we running late or what's
No, this is your time.
All right, here we go. 1983. I'm on the air on KKYK, and my wife and I go out to eat at Cafe St. Moritz in downtown Little Rock, which is now a different restaurant, but it's right there in the River Market District. Anyway, we go out, and it's a French restaurant, and we're enjoying our meal, and in walks these young teenagers led by a teacher, and they look at me, and they all start laughing and pointing, and I'm going, what? And my wife goes, don't go over there, because they all get seated. She said, don't go over there. Don't. Of course, what do? I go over there. And I go, what is the deal? And they go, well, you don't understand. We're the French club from Cabot High School, and somebody on our sign-up sheet, we were all going to go out and have a French meal as a part of the French club. And on the sign-up sheet, who's going? At the bottom, some joker listed Craig O'Neal. And the guy that put Craig O'Neal at the bottom of the sheet was Tom Brandon. And so I mentioned that the next week on my radio show, a shout out to Tom Brandon. Well, he comes up and applies for a job at KKYK and gets it, and the rest is hysteria.
Wow.
So there you go.
Man.
Be careful about who you ask about at a French restaurant, because the next thing you know, you're going to launch a career.
That's it. Maybe I need to say. And I told you about the story I had with you, the Impromptu Comedy Club.
Oh, I know.
In Jonesboro, yeah.
And you're impersonating
I
Craig O'Neal.
Impersonating Craig O'Neal.
I hope it wasn't like Forrest Whitaker.
You want me to do it now?
Yeah,
I had to do an impromptu, and what it was, they had 7 of us.
Okay.
And it was a coffee house. Big Steve remembered the coffee house over there off by the Armory. He remembers it. And I went on, and the winner got $50. And what they do, they'll throw you a scenario. And they'll throw you, like, they have some dudes say, okay, you're Eddie Murphy with chicken pox. And he had to act like Eddie Murphy with chicken pox. So mine got up there, and need I mind you, I'm the only guy after 5 women that went. Oh. Yeah. And the lady before me did Phyllis Diller. Oh. So they threw me Craig O'Neal. So they said you had to be Craig O'Neal. You going into a barbershop and you asking for a facial and a haircut.
Oh, wow.
Craig O'Neal's bald headed, right? So I'm like, so I get it together. I walk in and the lady said, "Can I help you?" "Hello, I'm Craig O'Neal and I need a facial and a manicure and a cut, please." And boom, they laughed, man, and I won the $50.
Oh, wow.
Won the $50. I won. Yeah, I won.
Yes.
And McDonald's had 2 Big Macs for $2 at the time. I got 7 of them.
Wow.
I got 8, but I gave one to.
According to the rules and regulations of
Yeah.
improv, line 7, paragraph 3, clause 7C, if you impersonate Craig O'Neal and win a cash prize or food as a prize, then you are required by law to give 15% of said cash prize and food to the person you impersonated at the improv club.
Well, I'm gonna hold you on my bargain because we gave you more than 15%. You get in at the end of the day. Boom.
Boom, there
Yeah, I
you
got
go.
you, man.
And you brought me cereal.
And
so
bought you cereal. See, we bought you some cereal, man.
That's all I needed.
Man, we are so glad to have you here, man. Craig
Thank
O'Neal.
you.
Oh, one person told me to give you a shout out. He actually worked with you for a little while from Brinkley, Elliot Swanigan.
Oh my God.
He worked at Channel 11 for a while.
Yes.
And he told me to make sure you tell Craig O'Neal. I
Oh, my
said, "What's
word.
up?" He's supposed to be listening, but he got a DJing gig later on today.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm holding to my promise.
Oh, wow.
And he was one of the greatest basketball players to come
Yes.
out of Brinkley.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
So
Yes, he was.
next to me.
I'm glad,
Yeah,
I'm
next to
glad
me.
you brought that up because there was a few people asked me to do the same thing.
Hit it. Hit
They
it.
said to tell you it was a shout out from the Stuttgart High School class of 1993.
Oh,
They said you DJ'd their prom.
Wow.
You know what I remember about that? Please forgive me. The girls that wore strapless dresses at a prom, when they wear a strapless dress, they all dance like this. Dun, 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 dun. Can't touch this.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh
They're
God.
always pulling it up. Well, baby, if you're gonna wear it, why are you pulling it up?
Oh God.
Why don't you just wear something over the
God.
shoulder?
They make
Oh, God.
bras, that
Yeah.
sticks to your breast,
Oh,
so you
God.
can wear those strapless.
Oh,
I
sweet.
see.
I'd have come out
They-
this
they-
headset.
They didn't make that in 93.
No, they didn't make that
Come out this headset.
And I remember too, that was a wonderful Stuttgart. I have a theory about Arkansas. Y'all bear with me. I maintain that if you're in Southeast Arkansas, there are no strangers.
Right.
That Southeast Arkansas is more extroverted, more out there,
We
more
are.
emotional
We
than
are.
say Northeast
Northeast
Arkansas,
Arkansas,
Northwest
exactly.
Arkansas, or Southwest Arkansas.
It's a big
And I'm
difference.
from Southeast Arkansas. My folks are from Warren.
Warren, yeah.
And I got other folks from Jonesboro, but primarily from Warren. And we tend to be, how's your mama? How's your dog? How's your car running? Can I do anything for you? What can I do for you? Come on over. There are no strangers. Hey, give me a hug. Bill Clinton. He wasn't from Southeast Arkansas, but he had it. And I always said if Barack Obama had 1 ounce of Bill Clinton's South Arkansas blood, Barack Obama would be the greatest president in the history of the world by now. He will one day.
There you go. There you go.
And everybody's finding out too. I love that
Oh
man.
man.
I love
Oh
that man.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're gonna let you kick things off, baby, because you do it so well.
Hey, look, I'm gonna get right into it.
Get right into it.
I saw it on the paper. I see the shirt. Let's talk about the Hogs.
Oh,
Let's talk
yeah.
about it. Let's talk
Let's
about
talk
it.
about the Hogs. We're talking about a real. I'm sitting next to a true Razorback fan right now.
Born and bred,
Oh,
baby.
thank you, Willie. I appreciate. Oh, you talking about Craig?
Yeah, I'm talking about Craig right now, man.
You went to ASU, of course I did
know,
too.
right?
Hey, you know what? If I'm sitting beside you right now, we bigger than we thought, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
But
Love my hogs.
Come on, man. Talk to me. What do we have to do, in your opinion, to bring Razorback?
Well,
sports?
right now we got to cheer for Arkansas getting back to Omaha so they can make good on that
Yeah,
foul ball.
foul
Right,
ball
right.
last year.
They were all too nice to
Foul
each
ball.
other.
Yeah.
You got it? No, you got it. No, you end it.
Oh,
No, you
my
end it. No, you
Right.
end it. Boom, it's over.
It's over.
Right.
They never
That's
recovered
exactly
after that.
it.
They
No.
never recovered.
Well, we got to get back to Omaha.
We
That's
do.
all there is
We
to
do.
it. And just play the game, concentrate, do what you got to do, but get us back to Omaha. That's the first thing. Second thing is, if we can just win 5 in football, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly.
It gives us a bowl, so yeah.
Yeah,
Gives us a
yeah.
bowl.
We can
War
get 5,
bowl.
man.
If we got to a bowl, toilet bowl, I don't know. Just whatever. I'm happy. The finger bowl.
Finger bowl, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, every year there's 5 new bowls. I mean,
Oh man,
we
the
should
bowl's
have
getting
the
ridiculous.
Craig O'Neal HawgLife Bowl.
Yeah,
We should have that.
and play the game at War Memorial.
At War
Stadium.
Memorial
There you
Stadium.
go.
Open up at War Memorial.
Yeah.
I love
See,
it.
great minds think alike. I'm telling you,
See,
man.
they are great
I'm
minds.
telling you.
Even
I'm
though
telling you.
Hey, you're going to be the genius after this show.
He won't let me get that moniker. I got to stay the shocker.
You can, man.
No.
You know they call me the genius because from 7th grade all the way through 12th grade, I was in the same classroom. I had 2 teachers, and I thought that I was privileged because they brought my lunch to me.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm lying.
He tells it so well. He done told that before. I don't know if he lying or what.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you don't see is about 55,000 people behind the camera going, "That's not true."
Oh, man.
I love fake news. This is great. I'm right at home.
Hey, we see it on TV every day.
You're there. You're there.
We see it every day.
What you got, baby sis Hog? Talk to him.
So, Mr. Craig O'Neal, you have been married to your beautiful, lovely wife, Karen.
She's not over
supportive
Jane.
She's not here, baby.
Jane.
Yeah.
Jane.
For
I
48
think that's her name.
years come
August 6th.
So tell us.
48 years.
48 years.
How did you do it?
Never had a fight.
Never had a fight.
Never had a fight. They're called lectures.
Yes. Yes. I like those.
You know, how did we do it? I'll tell you exactly what's going on. The dynamic in our marriage is there's never a day without laughter.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is there's never a day without some source of wonder that comes from your spouse. And that primarily is because we both have pursued creative careers. So when Jane brings something from her studio, she's an artist. She does sculpture and painting, and right now she's into coloring books. She's also written 2 novels. She's multi-talented. She could have been a singer. She could have been anything. But when she comes in from the studio and shows me her latest work, there's a sense of wonder and awe.
Yes.
And that has just generated the relationship for 48 years. And you get to a point where you can't wait to see what happens next. Now, does that mean we don't have disagreements? Heck no. We do every day. Today, for instance, when I came to do this over in Sherwood, as I'm walking out there, she goes, "Where are you going again?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to go to podcast school." So y'all are taking me to school, but right now all I'm getting is great lines
Yes.
and a Forrest Whitaker impression. But
I'm telling you.
so
man,
the sense
Forrest
of
is
wonder
good.
and laughter
Forrest is
Awesome,
good, man.
awesome.
That's it.
come together.
You've done a great
Yeah.
job.
Thank you.
Yes.
And it is a job. Marriage is a job.
What
got-
you talking about?
It
Man,
is.
ain't no sick days. Ain't take no PTO days in marriage. There's none. You can't retire early. You can't because you retire. She gonna want to go with you. You can't. Marriage is work. I've been
It
working on this 15 years. It's work.
Yes,
It is
every day.
hard work.
Yeah.
You get sick. T feels she need to get sick too, and then it's just work, man. It is work. He's not lying. You married. He's married. Y'all know it's work.
That's right.
Lot
And
of
you
work.
got 4 kids. That's work.
Lot of work.
Ooh.
Man.
And then you start keeping score. Well, I kept them last week, so it's your turn to keep them. No, I kept them 2 weeks ago, and I had to also go do and blah, 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 blah. And the next thing you know, you got a scoreboard in your house
See,
that's going off.
we don't have that scoreboard. You know what our scoreboard is? I picked the restaurant last week. You're trying to pick one. See? Now, we ain't got that one. See? But I already know once our kids born, I'm making them wash cars. They're going to wash cars.
wash cars.
4 days out the womb. You got to get with it. Oh.
4 days out
4 days out. You know what? I want you to go over your Uncle Willie's house. I want you to go wash his car. I want you to go over Auntie Baby Sis and pick those Purple Hull peas.
Yes.
Get on over there. Go on.
And I let them know, hey, this was my first job. So you're going to hear this story. I
That's
pick
right.
peas.
That's
I was a
right.
pea
And that's what we remember you as.
Yeah.
Really?
You was Brinkley's pea picker. Right?
Yes.
The best pea picker from Brinkley.
Yes.
The best pea picker from Brinkley, Complant pea picking peas all
Fargo.
over there.
In Fargo.
Yeah.
Yes. First job. Best pea picker.
The princess of pea picking plow on Popeye's Island.
Yeah, so bring them on over.
With sweetie pies, pecan pie.
And then I'll show them how to shell them too.
Man, I remember them days when you had to do the purple little peas, your fingers was purple.
Man.
Remember them days in grandma's bucket?
Yeah, the thumb tips
Thumb
get
tips
numb.
numb. You remember it too, yeah. The thumb tips got numb, man. You sitting there, and that 5-gallon bucket is full of peas now.
That was my
They
thing.
ought to change their mascot to the numb thumb.
I'm telling you.
Numb thumbs.
We're still the Tigers, ain't we? We're
still Tigers.
We're still Tigers, ain't we?
Is there going to be a football team at Brinkley?
We don't
We're
know.
praying,
You know,
man.
last 5 years or so, it was always last second.
Yeah, we're
They
praying.
never had enough players until they actually started practicing.
Wow.
So I don't know.
It's because they're all out picking peas.
That's what it is.
They ain't got time to
They're
practice.
just picking his football players on the progress. I could go on, but it's just
You're on a roll.
Yes,
I could go
that's
on,
right,
man. I
for
could.
you.
Forrest Whitaker and
Forrest
pea picking
Whitaker-
man.
Forrest Whitaker and the pea picker.
That's it
Forrest,
every day, man.
I'm
Every
telling you,
day.
man. I'm telling you. I'm telling Forrest Whitaker could pop popcorn, right? If Forrest Whitaker could pop popcorn with his eyes, every kernel be burnt. Every kernel be burnt. I hope Forrest don't hear this and come at me and be like, "Was you the one talking about me on HawgLife?" Nah, that was a genius. Go ahead, Willio. What you got, baby? Go ahead.
All right. So tell us, what does this date mean to you? When you hear this date, September 3rd,
Do you remember?
Oh,
1969.
1969, yep.
September.
That was my first day to broadcast. Little did I know, I wanted to be the host of The Tonight Show. But no, I got a podcast with y'all. That was my first day. And September 3rd, 2019, it'll be 50 years of broadcasting.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
So
a
when
lot
is the
of
last day?
BS.
When your last day?
My last day of broadcasting would be the day they closed the casket lid.
Wow.
That's why I wanted to come to podcast school.
Well, you're here. You passed.
So I
You're
can
making
learn,
good work.
because when I leave Channel 11, and y'all are the only ones that know this would be a
This
fun
is-
thing to do.
I'm telling you. I
Do
mean,
it
you
with
guys
y'all.
are a great podcast.
Let us be
We
your
definitely
first
do it
guest.
with you.
Did I say what?
I said, let us be your first guest.
Wow. Ooh. Boom, you're on.
That's
Y'all
it.
are witness.
We're
Y'all are
coming.
going to be the first
We're
guest.
coming. The
There it is.
Hogs will invade Craig O'Neill's podcast.
That's it.
Yes.
But
I'm
it was
bringing
in,
Forrest Whitaker with us.
what it was in,
Bringing Forrest with us.
which camera do I look at?
Exactly.
That's right, you're looking at it.
Are we on? Are we
matter-
on?
You have to have the 360 lens
360
for
with him.
us.
Yeah, Forrest, yeah. Forrest, just stay focused right there. You look right there, Forrest. Don't you look no further. Go ahead, baby sis. You got something? What you got?
Yes, I do. Let's talk about the grandbabies and the
Oh,
legacy.
Yeah, we love the grandbaby.
You did it.
Yes.
You went there. Man, the greatest job is being a grandparent. It is my grandparents' name is Dadu. I wanted it to be Doodah, but there was a vowel movement
Okay.
calling me a vowel movement.
I did. Y'all saw me pause, didn't y'all?
Yeah. I looked at you and
I
went,
said, somebody had a movement.
no, a vowel movement.
Hit it again. Yeah.
And so it became Dadu. And,
I was getting ready to sum this story up. So a bowel movement
No.
changed the name of the landscape. Hey, we no judging here. We love everybody. You know.
we're all one in heaven.
That's
right.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's it.
But while we're here, we got Doodah and Dadu.
Doodah went to Dadu,
Uh-huh.
and I'll see him later today. See him every Saturday for sure.
Great.
How old is he?
The Bella Rose, isn't that a beautiful
That's a
name?
beautiful
Yes, Bella.
Is 14, and she's a ninth grader at Central, and she'll be a sophomore next year. And I took her to school every week, once a week, and would drop her off at Central, and I'm a graduate of Central, and I'm telling you all, it took me a month not to have that lump in my throat when I dropped her off there.
Ooh,
And,
imagine.
and she would walk into that school that I just loved and will always love. And but the other one is Amelia May. Isn't that a beautiful name? I love that. And I call them by their full names. And Amelia May just turned 11.
That's beautiful.
And Amelia May is the kinetic one. She's always moving. She's got to be dancing or moving.
Like her grandfather.
And Bella Rose is the one that's verbal linguistic. She's reading. She's a real good talker. Y'all could have her as a
Sounds
guest.
like a flower.
And it would. Oh yeah.
Beautiful flower.
But you could have her as a guest, and you would just be blown away.
We're
at,
open. Send her up, man.
at
Bring her
the
with
things
you.
that she
Yeah.
says. It's
Yeah.
just amazing.
That's great, man. I
Yeah.
love hearing stories.
But I
like
just,
that. I do.
and they take me to school. I learned so much from them.
Oh, we do. We learn from the youngsters. We do.
Yeah.
We do. That's why we keep Will West Studios with us. Greg, I got a question for you. I got one.
Here we
I
go.
want to hear about your fondest THV memory. I don't care who it's about, what it's about.
You know what?
Go there.
There are a lot of them, But one of the most recent is probably my fondest. I go to Crystal Bridges Museum and see an artwork by an artist from Brooklyn, New York. She went, get this y'all, she went across the country, and every 25 miles she would stop and paint whatever was in front of her. Wow. And I was so smitten with that. And I thought, that'd be a great TV thing to do, is to start on one side of the state, and every 11 miles, because we're Channel 11, every 11 miles you stop, you get out and you take video of what you see. Yes. Every 11 miles. And we did it. We started just west of Mena on the Oklahoma border and drove all the way to Memphis. And by the way, we went 70 to Memphis. We didn't go 40 because we went back roads. We wanted to go back roads. It's more scenic. You got better stories. Right. We stopped in Wheatley. We did not stop in Brinkley. It was the strangest thing. Every 11 miles would take us through a city, but we wouldn't stop in the city. The closest we ever got was stopping just outside of Forest City at a convenience store that had just opened by by some Middle Easterners, and they had just opened. They were going through their grand opening, but we never stopped in Brinkley, and I wanted to stop in Brinkley so bad. Oh my gosh! But we went right through there. But now Wheatley, at the cemetery, the cemetery in Wheatley, that's where we stopped. Okay. And there isn't one Wheatley in that cemetery. I looked.
Not one week.
I didn't find one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not 1 week.
See, you learned something watching this podcast. But that was my favorite thing.
Wow.
We wound up, you'll be interested, at the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis.
Okay.
That was our final destination.
Wow.
At that barbecue place right across from the motel. There's at the Lorraine. And it was profound. I was really touched by that.
Oh, yeah.
But that was my favorite thing. It was a 2-day process, but that was my favorite story to do. There have been a lot of great moments that come from Channel 11.
That is beautiful.
But that was my favorite. That's at the very top of the list.
Love it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Willie. What you got over
I
there?
got one more, man, because it's something I just recently got into myself, and that's horse racing.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Now you touch. Oh, baby. Now you're talking. This is where I'm an expert.
You're a horse racing fan over there.
There it is.
Well, I saw him start smiling when I said it.
There it is.
That's your other racing fan.
Now you're talking my language.
Man, and trying to learn it and learn about it and really.
It teaches you math skills.
Yeah.
I now can go to Wendy's, order a hamburger, pay them with a $20 bill, and within 2 seconds, I can tell you what my change is. You know why? Because of horse racing. Horse racing developed my math skills. If that horse is 2-1, that means I'm going to win $6 to win.
Right.
If it's 8-1, I'm going to win $16 or $18 to win. I got it all down. Thank you.
They had a good season and shit out
And
there.
I can't tell you how much I've lost.
That's the math part about it. That's the math. You don't tell how much you lost, you just know how much to gain.
And I'll tell you what's interesting is now you hear from all these economists about what the economy's going to do and how blah, 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 blah. And you know who they sound like? They sound like horse racing people who can tell you, oh, yes, this horse is going to definitely win the Kentucky Derby. It's the 2-1 favorite, blah, 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 blah. Economists don't know any more than the people who predict horse racing because there are so many factors that can enter into the economy and can enter into horse racing.
Right.
Isn't that fascinating?
Wow.
So, see, that's profound.
That is very profound.
Ta-da!
Somebody's going to hear that, and they're going to try to use that as the argument to get out to go horse racing.
That's right. But I love horse racing.
I done told how long you really are.
But it's horses that will drag you in. Is there a particular horse that you started following, or just the process of...
Just the whole process.
The whole process.
Yeah.
For me, it was a horse named Holy Bull in 1994.
That's going to be my new stage name. When I get ready to retire to Shaka, and I go on from Shaka One Big Rob to Shaka, you know what they're gonna call me? Holy Bull is Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker. That's what it is. Forrest Whitaker Jr.
Not a good name for an evangelist, though.
No.
Holy Bull.
Now I bring him to the stage, an accomplished evangelist. Holy Bull.
Brothers and sisters, would you welcome, please, to the Church of the Gooey Deaf and Discount House of Worship. Here's your evangelist, Holy Bull.
Holy Bull.
Say hallelujah. But one other quick one. I read about this horse in New York that had won a race, and the trainer, after he was interviewed, said, "I'm taking that horse to Oaklawn." And I love the horse's name, Smarty Jones.
I do remember
I do
Smarty
remember
Jones.
Smarty Jones in
I guess that
2004.
would have to be the first time I was like, yeah.
Well, and I was the first person to ever interview the people who owned Smarty Jones.
Yeah.
And 3 months later, that horse is on the front page of Sports Illustrated,
Yeah.
and is celebrated in all of horse
Right.
racing. And that's what I love about it. You just never know. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen.
And you remember when it doesn't happen for you, but still, you never know.
I tell you, my kick this week, I'm going to send it to baby sis when I get through with this. The Democrat is going digital now.
Oh, yeah.
The Democrat is going digital.
Now, that you're talking about gambling.
Yeah.
That's a real
That's
gamble.
a risk, man.
Yes.
And I know they said the newspaper industry is down and everything, but he's taking it from coupon Sundays straight digital. So
You know what he's done? He's gone out and bought what? 20,000
iPads, yeah. He bought some iPads.
At what? $300 a
Yeah.
piece?
He went and bought iPads, so the first people that subscribe
Walter Hussman
get a free iPad.
and his whole family's newspaper. They got newsprint in their DNA. And here's this man going out and spending millions of dollars on iPads, and now they're going to, and slowly but surely, Hot Springs is the next town that's going to go all digital. He's going to go to these towns, and he's going to come to Little Rock, and he's going to say, "Tell you what you do. I'll give you an iPad, and we'll let you read the paper on Sundays. But we're going all digital."
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about gambling.
Yeah.
And he's got to have at least 60,000 subscribers to break even, because all the money he's spending on.
Wow.
So that's
And that's
gamble.
what I figured
that's
too.
gambling.
That's going to be a risk though. But
Wow.
what you got, baby sis? What you got, baby?
Okay, I know you go to Central every day.
Hail to the old gold, hail to the black, hail alma mater. Not that she like, we love no other, so let our motto be victory. Little Rock Central High.
Yeah, just heard that last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
they baby just walked.
My oldest
They
daughter
baby
just
just
graduated
walked
from
last
Central.
week.
Yeah. Just graduated.
So
And
that's
why I
your
just heard that
memory.
song.
That is your memory.
I'm doing that next time I hear it.
Yes.
Doing that right there, baby.
Yeah. Knock it back.
You just told us your memory.
Oh, I loved him. And people don't know this. Y'all know Wally Hall of the
Yeah,
Democratic Gazette? He and
yeah.
I were in the same homeroom for 3 years. And he and I were best buddies. And he would come in on Mondays and tell me about all these women that he was with over the weekend. And that's, I'm sure, how he got to be creative.
I mean,
You believe
Because
that?
he ain't been with nobody.
Right.
He's just making all that up. So creativity is no problem for Wally Hall.
He was like a kid that wanted to be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
He wanted to be cool.
Yep.
He should have hung with Forrest Whitaker. He really would have been cool. He been popping. He hung with Forrest. He been popping. You know? Wally Hall and Forrest Whitaker. You put them together. The Hall Whitaker. You got Hall and Oates, Hall and Whitaker. Hall and Whitaker. The eyeball and the. I looked at your shirt when I was going to say that. I was going to say the eyeball and Smalls. Laroliai himself.
Oh, Lord.
We got one more, and then we're going to go straight to the game. We got a game created for you.
Oh, here we go.
How would Craig say that?
Oh,
And
okay.
We're finna give you some stuff. I got one more
I love
question
it.
because you are something I am. You love reading the kids.
I do.
Reading the children is so much fun
love
because you get to act it out while you read.
Exactly.
Yes.
What is one of your fondest memories and favorite books that you?
Favorite books has to be Rosie Sprout's Time to Shine. I've read that book to kids about at least 30 times. And it's about a child who is not the fastest, not the prettiest, not the smartest. And she is, though, the one that cares. And there's another girl that gets all the accolades in school. And when that girl gets chickenpox, Rosie takes care of this popular girls plant, and Rosie shines.
Wow.
And it's a wonderful tale of doing something for someone without ever being asked.
That's it. That's
And that fits again in with this
It
podcast.
fits
really
in the heart.
does.
Rosie
Yeah,
Sprout's Time to Shine.
It's time
But
to
there are a lot of great books out there. Dr. Seuss is one of the
I'm
best.
finna say my
everything
all-time favorite
you
is
can't
Fox
miss
and Socks.
Seuss. No.
And I'll tell you why I say Fox and Socks. And when I was in the teacher ed program back in Arkansas State University, when I was in the teacher ed program, we had to read Fox and Socks upside down.
Huh.
You had to read upside down. So what they want you to do is be able to read without breaking eye contact striving with children.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
It's upside down, so you boom, boom.
Yeah, because you're holding the book like this.
Like this.
Uh-huh.
And so you have to learn how to read upside. And then when I had to go get my licensure, you had to sit in front of the board. What they had me to read in front of the board? Fox and Socks. And
But
I had
right
to sit,
side up.
You
had to read it upside down?
Wow. I was reading to the children.
Huh.
And I was hitting Fox and Socks on Socks on Fox on Fox on Socks on Socks on Fox. I'm like, and not breaking out stride. Boom, just up. Like,
Look at you.
I was doing it. And that to me was always, I have that book at home now. The same book that I read to get my first job as a teacher. Same book.
See, I maintain Dr. Seuss was the first rapper.
I did too.
Yeah.
We said that, didn't we?
I don't like them.
Go ahead. I am. Come on. What music do Craig O'Neal got in his radio right now? In the car. What music do Craig O'Neal have in your radio right now?
Well, I listen to Sirius XM, and this will blow you away. There's a groove channel from 70s and 80s, early 90s dance music, but my primary go-to is the chill channel, which is house music chill. It's not real funky, but it's got that dance beat.
Gotcha.
I'll take that trip back to 70s and 80s.
Any day.
Any day. I'm telling you, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yes.
You didn't hear me sing that song when you was
Oh.
talking about your first date on air in 1969? Do you remember that third day?
Maybe that's why I'm thinking Earth, Wind, and Fire, but
That's it, man.
God was in a good mood that day.
I mean,
He came down and pointed and touched Maurice
and Philip Bailey.
All of
man.
them. And said, and I mean, real quick,
Mhm.
they wanted, Earth, Wind, and Fire played at the Riverfest. No longer with us, Riverfest. But
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire rehearsed at Barton Coliseum. All the doors were locked. We were going to do an interview with Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I volunteered naturally
Oh, wow.
because I love them. We go, and I crack open the door, and I hear The Weight of the World coming from inside Barton Coliseum. And all the goosebumps were bigger than my lips. It was one of the great, and talk about great moments of Channel 11. That was a great moment. I choked up.
Wow.
Ain't no music like that.
It ain't.
No music like that.
It ain't. I was so heartbroken when New Edition came, but they only brought 3 members. 3 members came. The last Riverfest, yeah.
Oh, man.
Ralph, Ricky, and Lonnie. They was the only one that came. That was it. The rest of them didn't come. I was so hurt because they were doing an all-6 tour.
You kind of knew Bobby.
We knew Bobby wasn't gonna make it, but we knew. I really thought Mike would be there, but it was just Ralph, Ricky, and Ronnie. They was the only one that came. Johnny didn't come. I was hurt by that too. I was. But we got a game, man, called
Okay,
How
here we
Would
go.
Craig Say That? Because of all the most darling voices in our lifetime, you got the Howard Cosell. I am Howard Cosell. You got Marv Albert, Harry Carey, Larry King, and one of my own personal favorites, Chick Hearn, the Lakers announcer.
Oh.
Yeah. But they are the sportscasters, all those. But see, God gave us Craig. That's who the good Lord gave us.
That's right.
He gave us, and I'm gonna let Willie O, because Willie O is one of my other favorite MC people. I'm gonna let him start this thing off. Now, what he gonna do? He's gonna read off something.
All right.
And he's gonna say, "How will Craig say that?"
Oh, okay.
And you just give it to us.
I see.
You ready?
So I paraphrase.
That's it.
In my thoughts.
In your own words.
In my
What you
process,
say.
what Willie O says. What the
Willie
genius.
O gonna give you
The
something.
mind folks, this is coming from the genius. So
It's come from the genius.
everything's going to be a step down.
That's right.
Go ahead, Willie O. Talk to him.
Got my rubber helmet on right now.
He got it. Go ahead. Not the road one, with the plexiglass.
Plexiglass in front.
He done took the baby's helmet. He done took the baby's helmet. Make sure you put the helmet back when you get finished, okay? He needed it.
Lord.
He sanitized everything. So
Holy
he lunch with it on.
Baby
The
cupcake.
visor down.
Go ahead, Big Red. Oh my God.
Blue.
And that's part blue. That's part King.
Well, we're going to edit that out.
No, we're not.
That's not? Okay.
That's a timepiece.
All right, anything goes now.
Go ahead, man.
There's some real teachers. I knew he was a little tough. Okay, let's say for example, Greg, you engaged in a conversation.
All right.
Out of all people, you engaged in a conversation with the Grinch. How do you tell the Grinch, please leave Christmas alone?
All right.
Take St. Patrick's Day instead.
I come up and go, hi, Grinch, I just have one thing I'd like to say to you. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You're not our ideal. You are omnipresent. You should get out of here. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Thank you.
That's it.
That's it.
You done took Christmas now. Now leave Christmas alone. Take St. Patrick's Day.
You're out of here. You're out of here,
That was
Grinch.
very nice.
That was good.
Yes.
Go ahead, baby. Since you next up on the right.
Craig is at a choir concert.
A choir concert.
Yes, and the pianist yells, somebody hit me with a baritone note.
Say again now, somebody.
Somebody hit me. Hit me.
Hit her with a baritone.
Hit me with a, oh, and I'm saying that to someone or I'm the baritone?
You hit, yeah.
Yes.
I am a baritone. I have testosterone.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
I make you. Never mind.
What just happened?
So that's as far as we go, Mama.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a good one.
Okay, I guess I'm up next.
Y'all enjoy your last podcast because this has really been fun.
Man, here's mine right here.
All right.
So you jamming on the ones
You know, I've done 2 musicals. I've done Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and I am a baritone. And now what's yours?
Let's get ready then.
All right.
I'm going back to your DJing days.
All right.
You on the ones and twos. DJ O'Neal at the party. And you look over there at that beautiful lady that you married named Jane.
Mm-hmm.
She's boogie, oogie, oogie on the floor. And Shalamar's playing.
Oh.
So what do you say to Jane while you're on the floor? Go ahead.
Hey, baby! It is time!
It's time.
And baby, it's Shalimar. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting, and it's only going to last 3 minutes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Unless you're playing the long version.
There you go.
Dancing in the sheets.
There you go. There you go.
I'm sorry, but doesn't that sound like a theme song for the Klan?
Oh my God. It could be their theme. It could really be playing theme song. We are dancing in the sheets. Twirling around in the sheets. We are grooving in the sheets.
Yeah, this is the last podcast.
Stand up.
HawgLife was good while it lasted. Craig O'Neal took it down.
Our album is dropping May the 32nd. Go copy it.
May the 32nd.
May the 32nd.
It'll never come out.
That's it. The HawgLife hits featuring Craig O'Neal.
No, you don't want that.
We got it, baby. We got it.
Mm-mm.
Go ahead, genius. Go ahead, baby. What you
Oh, we're
got?
still playing the game?
We still.
It's not over yet?
We in there.
We're going to take you back. Well, farther back than 69, man.
Uh-oh.
You were a little kid. You go up to see Santa Claus and tell Santa Claus what you wanted. You wanted that red rider BB gun.
No, we're in the Red Rider.
You wanted a red rider BB
What was
gun.
it? Give us some. What was it?
Well, you want me to do it now? Say it like a...
Say it like you want to.
Santa. It's so good to see you. I don't have a wish. I just brought a catalog.
We got a catalog.
And it's on page 86. It's an electric football game that you plug in, and you take an hour and a half to set up the players, and then you turn it on.
It goes nowhere.
And you give the guy the ball, and he's going. That's all he's doing.
You remember those?
And you take another hour and a half to set him up,
You too young.
and it's over.
You too young to do that all day.
I was growing up.
See, back in them days, they got batteries when you came.
Yeah.
See, we had to plug the wall.
My man Al James had one. He used to let us come over there and play with it, right? When we started losing the men, you know what we replaced them with?
What's that?
The Green Army.
Hey, you want to laugh? You
Same
hard.
position.
Bubba got me one. Now, football is supposed to have 22 men. Uncle Bubba got one with 7. But he brought it to me. And I saw on the bottom of it, it had to Paul or somebody. And he gonna say Santa Claus left it at the I went and got it for you. Here you go, pumpkin. Here you go. You enjoy pumpkin.
Well, that's better than a relative of my wife's who they tell the story. They were not very well off. And the kids were whining because this is what they wanted for Christmas. And the husband goes and gets the shotgun and goes out on the front porch while everybody's in the living room and goes, bam, bam. And he comes back in and goes, just shot Santa.
I just got him, y'all. He ain't gonna be letting that livestock on my roof anytime soon.
Keep your mouth shut.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
That would be something Robert Hardin Sr. would say. Oh, sweet. I know my dad. Love you, Pop. That'd be something Pop will come to the house.
Would he?
Yeah. And you tell Santa he parked that livestock on my roof and still this season. I can take a shot at 89 of them, even that red nose. That'd be something Pop would have said, man. Baby, sis, we're gonna let you close it out. Go ahead, baby. What you got?
You and Jane are at Disneyland and they have a ride called the Craig.
Uh-oh.
It's the Tillman world at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
How would you encourage the kiddos to ride the Craig?
Kids, step right up here to the Tilt-A-Whirl. It's the Craig O'Neill ride. You get on it, and it's going to be Whopper-John, and it goes nowhere. And it's a perfect Craig O'Neill ride.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got a baby sister, most hype ones, man. That Grinch song, I mean, he took me by surprise with that one, man. So,
Yeah, get me going.
and you see that's gonna roll perfectly because we finna take you to a place that a lot of people like to go, but it's scary to go. We're going to the lowdown.
The lowdown.
The lowdown. Yeah, this is where the shopper puts his mic down, and Willie will take you on a ride like no other.
Here we go.
That's the
Boys and girls, get on board. It's time for a trip down the lowdown.
Boom.
Oh, that's it right there.
That is.
That's it.
That is. I don't even do this.
Hey, they need to use that for a drop every time they do the lowdown.
Yeah. If you do a drop for us, that'd be perfect.
Oh, that's it right there.
Go ahead, William.
On this week lowdown, it's called the Crunch Station Get Down on the Lowdown.
Uh-oh.
And in this corner, standing at 5'2" from Plano, Texas, Vanessa Baker. And in the blue corner, standing at 6'4" tall, weighing an astounding 115 pounds, Larry, the Crab Stealer Milton.
Oh, man. We in for a treat.
Oh man, we got a good starter and a good finisher there.
Mm-hmm.
It was at a seafood restaurant in Plano, Texas. But little sweet Vanessa, not Vanessa, but Vanessa, was awaiting the crab legs to come out so she could get back to her all-female party and enjoy the tasty crab legs that the restaurants had to offer. As the police report stated, Vanessa was the first in line, and everyone else fell in suit behind her. Well, Larry decided he didn't want to wait. So the 6'4" Larry decides that he was going to elbow Vanessa, knock her to the ground, and proceed to get his crab legs. That hurt little Vanessa's feelings. After all, she was but 5'2" tall.
Yeah, a little bit.
She started crying, but one thing I know about black women, when they start crying, that means that their anger is at a point of no return.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
Hey, they are in the abyss.
Yeah. We're there. We're there.
Ain't no coming back after that.
Nope.
And that's what happened with Vanessa. Vanessa got up off the ground. She got back in line, where the workers had by this time brought out fresh crab legs. When she proceeded to dump the crab legs out of the pan, bang!
Oh.
Took the pan?
Clap Larry with the pan.
Shit, man, the pan.
girl dumped the crab legs out of the pan.
Oh, sweet of her to dump the
Boom!
crab.
Yeah.
Wow.
Knocked him to the ground.
5 foot.
5'2".
5'2" baby.
Didn't have that story on Channel 11.
Oh no, y'all should have this one. 5'2", man. Cracked him with the crab leg pan, knocked him to the ground, and it got on from there. She grabbed some crab legs.
She went and got some crab legs.
Well, that wasn't enough.
No, that wasn't enough.
She went back for seconds.
She went back for seconds. She wanted some more crab legs.
Uh-huh.
And proceeded to beat him up with the crab
With the
legs.
crab leg. What the crab leg?
But they can beat him up now. This is where the employees get involved. Because they come on when they see Larry, they see obviously Larry needs some help. So Larry needed some help staying on the ground. They proceeded to hold him down while she got her extra legs in.
Got some more legs in.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, because they all saw what happened.
They saw what he did to her.
And imagine somebody my height.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who's that.
Man,
You want to do a reenactment?
Yeah, somebody shorter than Jay. Yeah. I'm gonna get him a record. Somebody his size. And I elbow him, give him the Dusty Rose elbow.
Right.
Knock him to the ground. He started crying.
And you how tall?
I'm 6'3".
6'3". He's Larry's 6'4" to pencil.
6'4" the pencil,
Yeah, he got
yeah.
a pencil in there. It's still a short lady.
6'4", a pencil with a pen in his face.
With some lacerations.
With severe lacerations.
Crab lacerations, yeah.
Man, they didn't pan out right.
No, it didn't. So they called the police. The police come out. They investigate what's going on. One of the police in particular name was Dave. Dave's significant to the story because Dave's not only a police officer, but he was Vanessa's husband.
Oh. Ooh.
So they went back and they watched the video of what actually happened because Larry was trying to file assault charges against Vanessa.
Right.
They went back and watched the tape and they saw everything from start to finish. And they said that she was acting in self-defense. And that she did not get, not even a charge, a ticket, or nothing. Larry had to lick his wounds and go home. They said Larry was known for being a troublemaker anyway.
Oh, okay.
But after he got served up that platter of crab legs and claws, Larry was never heard from again.
Wow.
So the moral to the story is, don't mess with a hungry 5'2" woman.
Yeah, that's a good story.
She will beat you with a pan of food pan, then take the food,
Yeah.
And beat you with the food.
beat you with the food.
Good thing it wasn't turkey legs.
I should have beat him on the punch if it was turkey
Yeah,
leg.
turkey leg would have hurt real bad.
I'm not a crab leg eater.
You going to have crab legs today?
Oh,
Do it, sis.
I think I want some.
It might be a guy named Creepy Larry in the line.
That's too much work. It's like crawdads.
But I like crab
30 minutes is like playing electric football. That's all I get. Well, you suck the brains out. Whoa. But the crab leg's the same thing. You gotta crack it.
Yes.
Electric football.
That's
First you
true.
go,
Yeah.
50-yard line.
And so we go to Maryland, we go to Baltimore, they do the whole crab.
Oh, see, they
They do
do
the
a
whole
whole
crab.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to learn from them.
Big king crab.
Yeah, I had to learn from them. Crack that melon. Yeah. Like we're doing surgery.
And watch out for that small kid or a young woman.
Well,
Yeah.
A little bitty lady, yeah.
That's right.
5'2" lady.
Watch out for Vanessa.
Man.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that pink Cadillac has pulled up. All 4 hubcaps has left the scene. He had one, but I think Uncle Blue drove it and left the last okay. It's time for King Pete. Hear ye, our king is here. King Pete.
What they do, bro? How y'all doing this week, man? This your man, King Petty, a.k.a. Petty Murphy, a.k.a. Uncle Blue. And on today's King Petty Report, first of all, before I get into the report, I just want to say that it's a pleasure to be here with my man Craig. We went out on the town last night, man. We had a wonderful time, man.
You did?
Yeah, we had a wonderful time, man. It was, I know, man. Don't worry about that. I got plenty of footage to show you. But it's all right. It's all right. But on the King Petty Report, man, this week, we got a really bizarre story
Take us there.
Pastor Tito Watts and his beautiful wife Amanda with her stinking tail. They down in Zimbabwe tricking these folks. You know what they did to them?
What they do?
They good with them. Bamboozled. They led them astray. That's what they did. They down in Zimbabwe telling people for $500, I'll sell you a ticket. You can make it into heaven without being judged. Tickets made out of pure gold. And for $500, you can purchase it and you will be automatically granted interest in heaven with no judgment.
Wow.
Nice piece of gold.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's what they made over 181,000 meals.
Shut up.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not quite sure what meal equates to in American dollars, but I know it's a lot because it's 181,000.
Yeah, how do you know? Wow.
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 How foul of you as a person to play with God like that?
Exactly, man. Exactly. Wow. We get a lot of stuff on King Petty and Lowdown. This one takes the cake to me.
That's like somebody coming to me and telling me, I got a gold pill here. And I'm gonna sell you this gold pill for $500. And when you take this gold pill, you automatically lose 150 pounds. You know how many fat folks will be in line behind me?
And I'm in front of you, behind you.
You behind me, because they say, yeah,
Yeah,
for myself first.
Okay.
You know, fat folk get offended.
We do.
So I'm saying this on behalf of all fat folk. Come to terms with yourself. We are fat.
We are fat.
Embrace your fatness.
I was about to say, I ain't got time to get, summer body.
Enjoy
I like
the
my
road.
winter.
This my all year body.
All
All year,
body,
all
yeah.
purpose.
I'm like an ATV, all terrain tires. That's
This
all
is
I'm
I
doing.
cover all ground, all terrain.
That's it, terrain. That's what I call
Michelin
it.
man.
Michelin man. The softest one in the book.
I'm a mixture between the Michelin man and the Pillsbury Doughboy. You touch that lap.
I'm a mixture between the Michelin man and Stay Puft Marshmallow. That's who I am.
He was the angriest, most passive villain ever.
He was so mean, he was sweet.
Mean but sweet.
He's the sweetest mean guy.
You gonna kill me or hug me? $500 heaven tickets.
$500 heavy ticket.
Sister, tell me how you feel about this. $500.
Where is the mindset? Where is the mindset of these people?
You know what? You know what I believe you needed? You found a group of people that had no knowledge of what the Bible even was.
There you go.
No knowledge of the Word of God.
That's right.
And went down there and tricked them all.
Wow.
Yes.
Tito Watts, modern day Reverend Jim Jones.
Yeah.
They just didn't drink the Kool-Aid.
That's what it is.
But they bought the wolf ticket for $500.
Man.
Greg,
No moral foundation.
that's what I want to know. What's your opinion on this, man? No moral foundation. You sure right.
Only self-interest.
Yes.
And we as a society only progress when we all contribute to one another and never worry about what we get in return. Like the
correct.
book,
Yes.
Rosie Sprout's Time to Shine.
Yes.
That's
And
right.
here this man was, only self-interest, taking advantage of ignorance
Yeah.
to pad his own pocket.
That's it,
Yes.
man.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
it.
Wow. Man, that's tough. That's a tough one. Now, I mean, when you said that story to me, I was like, yeah, we got to get him because that's not going to be tolerated.
I do know this,
What you know?
Pastor Tito Watts.
Mhm.
There's a judgment coming. I'm not the one that's going to judge you. I don't have the right to judge heaven and hell on you, but I will give you this judgment. God's going to light your tail up, Tito, for that one. He's
Wow.
going to light you up for that one, Tito.
He's going to get him. He is.
I'm going to get lit up some things I did in my life, too. Don't get me wrong. But Tito,
We didn't do that. I ain't done that.
Tito, you need Jermaine, Randy, Michael.
All of it. Okay, I was the guy that stole the grapes out of Crocus. I did. I would take 5.
You and how many others?
I did that, okay?
I can remember being in Kroger back in the day, man, and walking down the fruit aisle and picking grapes. That's when they used to just sit the bushes of grapes out
They
there.
had no bag.
There wasn't no bags.
They
They
just
just sit
sitting
the
out.
bushes out there.
And turn our age off.
Everybody gets in the line. It's like a soul train line, just going through there picking grapes. You might be
I was.
Instead of the pea picker.
If I was a grape picker,
You would have been
I'd been a great picker. I'd been the greatest grape picker in the grapevine. I wouldn't have. Marvin Gaye would have heard me first. Come on. Ooh, I bet you wonder how I knew about them grapes I stole a few in one of the before. Willie, oh, he also took my Ford. We ain't gonna want to but we all stole it. I took the grape. Yeah, I took some of this grape candy. I did. I took the penny candy. I did. See, I could have been a pea picking, candy picking, grape picking food. See? God.
Don't hear no thunder.
Nope. But I ain't sold nobody no tickets to heaven. I ain't do that.
No.
I ain't sold gave nobody no wood nickels either. I ain't do none of that.
Aunt Sherry was here today.
She wouldn't say nothing. She'd be like, you acting just like Benny Blue. She watched. And she stopped praying. That's what she would do. That's what she would have done. King Baby, what we got for this evening? What we gonna do for him? 'Cause he can't come on the HawgLife.
No. I give him the famous words that I give a whole lot of people in the King Petty Report.
Hit it.
Tito, sit your stinking tail down somewhere.
We're not serving up the stank today.
You're not selling no more tickets.
No more tickets.
He got arrested. He did get arrested for it.
He should.
But this is how you know that he went down there to get, like I said, to get advantage of ignorance. Because the members of that congregation, they lobbying for his release.
Oh.
But you know what that shows? You know what that shows? Even if you knew, and because people know that you can't buy your way to heaven. I'm talking about people here in America. We know you can't buy your way to heaven. But people are so scared that they're gonna go to hell, they might take a chance on buying a ticket. Think about that. It ain't always that they love God so much. It's that they're so scared of going to hell that they're willing to do anything to get into heaven.
It's free to do right. You know, the job, man. It's free.
You don't charge that.
Just do right, man.
I'm finna start charging $500.
No. No blue. No blue.
$500. I might end up being big as Jake's, who knows? $500.
You know. That was your
Tito, you need to be smacked with my Bible. We're doing something like that, man. We're doing something like that. Amanda, I understand, stand by your man, but you got to have some common sense too.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My grandma used to say, both of y'all going to hell in a handbag.
In the handbasket, man. So Petty,
Yeah, man.
that's the King Petty report of this week.
Yeah, don't get much petty.
Yeah, don't get no more petty than that. Tito, why do better? Let's do better. We gotta do better, man. It's been a fun show.
Man,
I'm
I'm on record right now. I done had some favorites, but this has been my absolute favorite.
Good.
It's been a great show.
Good to be
It's
here
been a
with you
great
all.
show. We got stuff that we gonna give you. You already saw the seal.
It's a ticket to heaven.
No.
It's a gold ticket to heaven. We bought out Pastor Watts.
For $500,
$500.
get in line, we're gonna turn the water into wine. Yes, y'all, it's JESUS. He is in every country, even the US. Heaven is yours if you can afford. $500 and you can get on board.
Well, HawgLife, we're gonna start this coalition. We want you to tell them good people about the Summer Cereal Drive.
Summer Cereal Drive. If I promote reading, because if a child's hungry, they ain't gonna read.
Right. That's true.
If they are gonna read, they're not gonna remember. So
There you go.
cereal, even though nutritionists, the purists, would say it's all sugar, you're only giving them sugar. Well, our brains feed off glucose, sugar. So a nice little bowl gets them going, and from there on, they can read about nutrition and become healthier. However, that having been said, if you can bring cereal to the Summer Cereal Drive, we'll have several locations at THP11.com, and I'll be broadcasting live from one coming up the Heights, Kroger Height in the Heights on Thursday, June, help me, 13th. I think that's a 13th. Anyway,
What time?
from 5 until 7 p.m. Love to see you all there from this HawgLife podcast, whatever. Take it to the Arkansas Food Bank. Thank you.
We'll get
Happy
together.
hungry children.
Yeah, we'll get together. We'll definitely be there so we can see our
There you
faces
go.
and
We're
everything.
out after 500,000 boxes. So if you've got $500,000, that'll get you
That'll
to
get
heaven.
you to heaven. Get you close to it. Yeah, there you
That's
go.
right.
Well, the HawgLife gonna present you with something. This is for you and Jane.
Oh.
It ain't a ticket. It ain't a ticket to heaven, but it is a card to Trios.
Ooh, we love
We
Trios.
want you to go to Trios on us, man. Get
Oh,
your
thank
advertiser,
you.
man. When you do it, take a picture of it and send it.
We're going tonight.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, HawgLife.
We got you
Jane.
something, man.
Get
We
ready, girl.
we got you some cereal over there to start you off with.
Man.
And there you go. Boom. Trios.
Just saved my marriage.
There we go. Jane, we love
Saved
you.
my marriage.
We're gonna sing you the trio, Jane.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna sing you the
Have
trio,
fun.
man. We like to do something called the 216 philosophy. And what it is, Willie O gives a philosophy to all our listeners on having a productive week and being productive. When he gets done with that, if you would honor us, would you close that show out for us?
Sure.
Willie O, the floor is yours. And after that, you'll hear the astounding sound of Craig O'Neal.
This week's 216 philosophy, ladies and gentlemen, is simply this: be careful what you put out into the universe, because what you put out into the universe definitely comes back to you. We recommend that you put positivity out into the universe, so when it boomerangs back, positivity will come back to you. If you put out negative energy, negativity will come back to you. Let's stay on the right side of the tracks, ladies and gentlemen. Promote positivity. Remember that I love you, even if you don't love yourself. The HawgLife loves you.
We love you.
We love you.
Love
It's
you,
beautiful.
Craig
Can't add to
O'Neal.
that other than I came here with the intent of learning technically how to do a podcast, and now I realize that's secondary to relationship.
That's right.
With the people that you have on in your relationship with the community. And for that, I thank you. And for everybody listening and watching, I just want to leave you with this. Remember, if you think that you're not important, try missing a car payment. And that is my final word.
I come back that man.
Craig, oh my God.
Y'all, this has been a It's been a great show. We all in awe. It has been a great show. My dear buddy right here, man.
If you ever have an encounter with Craig O'Neal, you better stay on your toes.
Yeah.
You resting on your heels, you're gonna end up on your back.
Craig O'Neal. Y'all continue to go support our hometown, Purple Flight Town Lane. Go support hometown.
Projects, Popes, and Presidents.
Yeah.
This man made President Obama give him push-ups.
Push-ups. Support the Baby Sis Hall, June 8th, the Freelance Entrepreneur Plug Workshop down in Brinkley, Arkansas.
Yes.
Support it. Support the Loveology Podcast, Jason Harris, Ashley Mathis Harris. Go ahead, we rocking you today, baby.
Shout out Kip's Crusaders.
And shout out Kip Crusaders, man.
Yes.
Kip, like we gonna say, we're gonna fight like hell to get ALS secure.
Yes,
We
sir.
love you all, man. I am the shocking one, Big Rob the Shocker. He is.
Julio, the genius.
She is.
Sweet, sassy, baby, sis, Hawg.
And this is.
The legendary Craig O'Neal.
It is the HawgLife, baby.
That was a good one, man.
How's it going now? You ain't phone. You got the wrong thing to do. Look at me and this beautiful man right here. That's a shot. And there go the other one right there, boy. That other one right there. We got.
I'd hug you, but you got 4 children. That's
We
too
got.
much.
I mean, we got Holly Berry. We got the genius. We got Craig O'Neal, and you got Forrest Whitaker. Love and enjoy. We got them all, baby. The HawgLife. We are deep. Thank y'all so much for watching, man. We love you guys, man. We love you. We see you, baby sis. He said he will hug baby sis, but you got 4 children.
Hey, doesn't take much.
I'm telling you, we ain't gonna hug her and then get sick. Look at
Sweat drip on his over.
it's over.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report. It is the most dangerous podcast in the A-State, the coldest podcast in the A-State. You are chilling with your best friends from the West End. It is the shocking one, Big Rob the Shocker. He is
Willio, the genius. That's right, you are tuned in to the number one podcast in the A-State, the most dangerous podcast in the state of Arkansas, the HawgLife, baby.
Willio, what's that question you got for him?
Are you about that life?
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 It's the HawgLife, baby.